She on they church website pulling off pictures and then putting them on Facebook and blasting him, tagging his name and everything. What's up, y'all? This is Travel and Talk Tuesday. I'm Poetry. You're on my Twisted Life with Poetry's channel. If you've never been here before, Travel and Talk Tuesdays when I get in my car and go to work and I just talk about some shit that's on my mind. So, start off today. I don't know if y'all can tell the difference in the background, the darkness of the seats. I'm in another dealership car. They called me back yesterday, told me, all right, we still ain't figured out what the hell's wrong with your car ever since you brought it over here. Ain't nothing else happened. I'll fuck this car up that's behind me. And so yeah, come get your shit back. And I'm like, dude, I done brought my car over there repeatedly since I bought this car. We know that there's a problem. Just because y'all can't identify it doesn't mean that I should be sent back home with a defective ass vehicle. Especially since, you know, like I said, traffic. And yes, I'm a little late today, as always. So, he was like, well, we can't get it to do what it ever is doing. But mind you, I told you in the last video, they only drove like 70 miles. I drove almost 2,000 damn miles in their car. So you know I drive a lot. So you need to be driving. Hold on for a second, y'all. Something about my shit just don't look right. I don't know. I can't figure it out. Everything looks dark to me. Is it dark to y'all too? Put a light on and make it better. Oh, it did make it better. I didn't. No, it didn't. Okay, so yeah, everything looks dark to me. But I'm sitting here saying, I put on some lip gloss. This is lip gloss. It's a really super dark tint. I usually do it super light because I don't like lipstick. Okay. So I drove my car back home last night. No problems. Got in the car this morning, got ready to go do to my garden and start the car up, and there it was malfunctioning all over again. Now the dude told me that I should be able to go to any dealership that's near me because I bought my car over in Illinois, but there's like at least 3 or 4 dealerships right here in the St. Louis area, and he gave me a couple of them I can take my car back to. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and roll there, but then I said, let me call these people so they can know I'm coming. Both of them was like, no, you can't come, you need an appointment to come here. I'm like, this dude told me I could take my car back to any dealership because they need the problem to be happening right at that moment for them to see what's wrong. And yeah, they was like, nah, don't bring that back over here. So I had to go all the way back over to the east side. And actually it's past East St. Louis. It's about 25 miles outside of St. Louis. Take my car back over there. Luckily the car was still malfunctioning. I don't know what I'm saying. Luckily it was malfunctioning. Ain't that an oxymoron? But luckily my car was still malfunctioning when I went over there. So they got it now, and I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen with it. I'm in another dealership rental car. Had 10 miles on it when we started. Let's see how many miles on when this gonna have on it when it gets gone. But okay. So the air conditioning in this car blows pretty loud, so you may be picking up that sound. I apologize. It is on the lowest setting, but I can't ride with my windows down because y'all wouldn't hear shit I was saying. It'd be like, that's how you get that. You get that wind effect in the camera, so I'm not gonna do that one. So I'm going to work now and getting ready for my trip to Belize. I am so excited about that. I've never been. I met a couple people from Belize. I know they like soca music. I like soca, like to wind them up, man. I love all that. So yes, I think I'm gonna enjoy myself. We looking at a cabana on the beach, so we like right at the beach. Sit down there, right chill and just relax. You know, that's my goal. I need it. My migraines are a lot less excessive this morning. I don't know if it's because I went off on the dealership that I feel better. Ain't that some shit? But it feel a little better. But I got my massage for this afternoon, and I think I'll feel a lot better after that. I was gonna talk about something specific when I got a car. So I got a girlfriend that was with this guy. Ladies, men, if y'all had this situation too, you meet somebody that you interested in, y'all seem to be hitting off pretty good, and y'all get to the conversation about what happened in your last relationship. Because I don't know if you're trying to feel the person out, why people ask that. I don't tend to ask that too much. I just need to know if you are still involved with the person and in what manner. And I want you to be honest with me. But I guess it's good information to know about what happened. So my girlfriend said now, she's saying this now, that when she met this guy, he talked about this particular woman he was with, he was married to her, he cheated on her with the nanny. Okay, that would be a red flag for me as far as getting involved. But I know everybody possibly has cheated at least once in their life, to some extent, whether you were 12 years old cheating on you and you kissed another girl in the hallway when your girlfriend walked past, anything, something might have happened. A good percentage of people have cheated maybe at least once. Okay, so, and he's been honest with you about that's what happened in the relationship. And this particular woman, he's like dog walking this other woman that he was involved with, dog walking around, according to you, talking about how fast she was and all kind of stuff. And this is an interracial, well, they weren't interracial, but the girl that he's dogging out was in a interracial relationship. The girl he cheated on his wife with was a white girl, the white nanny. And they was together for a few months. I want to say maybe a year. They was talking about love and marriage, picking out wedding rings. Now my friend is of the older persuasion. I think she's a lot older than me, but she won't tell me the truth. And she keeps talking about she want to have babies. But I know there were some pictures of her back in the 80s, and she was a much older teenager than I was in the 80s. I was like 8, 9, 10. So yeah, I know she's got to be a lot older than that, but she wants to have kids. So these are things that she's always said. She doesn't want to have sex until she gets married. Cool. I have never known her not to tell people that when she meets some guys. She told this dude all that. Somehow along the way, he didn't get with her. He left her and started messing around with the woman that he was supposedly dogging out when she first met him. And 2 months later, married her. My girl went through a hard breakup, right? She took herself off of all social media connections. She wasn't answering the phone. She needed time to heal. She was in love with this man. She thought she was going to marry this man. Okay, here it is now 3 years later. And now she is all over Facebook posting her story up again. Dogging out about how this man looks, how rough he looks, and he done got old in his old age. And I was like, I don't know, I don't see that. But okay, that's what you see with your eyes. He looks happy to me. Blasting the wife, putting up pictures of their wedding, their vacation. And I'm like, you are stalking this man. Because I go to his Facebook page, but damn self is a good girl for trying to do. I don't see none of these pictures. She on their church website pulling off pictures and then putting them on Facebook and blasting him, tagging his name and everything, so everybody can know who she's talking about. And her main discourse is that he left her for a white woman. She is like one of them black girls who don't believe in interracial relationships, even though she has, you know, friends of other races. But interracial relationships, nah, she's going to keep the black family strong. That's her. So, but I was thinking, like, this dude told you who he was when he met you. He told you he was a cheater. He told you that he enjoys interracial relationships, and the fact that he married the chick that he supposedly was dogging out before tells me he never leave her alone. Because he, not only did he get back with her, he married her 2 months after he left you. She is on Facebook blasting them. I mean, we done had days. When I first saw it, I said that white woman gonna file a restraining order against her. And today, she posts up today, I have not contacted him in a couple years. Now, it's been 5 years since they've been separated. So you ain't contact him in a couple years. Why you still contacting him first off? Because he been married since y'all separated. And she was like, and he got the nerve to put a restraining order. They got the nerve to put a restraining order against me. I said, I called it. I told you. I'm like, but baby girl ain't healed. And I just want to say, stop. Girlfriend, just stop. Let that shit go. Fuck him. Don't fuck over him. It's 5 years later. You claimed you have been healed. But for some reason, you decided to bring up all that shit again. She says that somebody sent her a picture of him in her inbox. Like, look at him. Look how rough he looking. He don't, like I say, don't look rough to me. I don't know why somebody would bring it to her attention knowing her. Knowing that she ain't over this motherfucker. But do at what point do you let go? It's 5 years later after the marriage. I know you were heartbroken, but when do you let go, ladies? Somebody let me know, because I know it's hard enough to let go in the beginning. You know, when you know somebody ain't right for you and they ain't doing you right, but you got that love for them. It's hard for you to walk away from that situation. But once you've let go, how long do you keep at this point antagonizing the person? You can still have feelings about it. You can still talk about it. You can still make it feel some kind of way. If somebody brings his name, you be like, hey, I don't want to talk about that. But to be going on all of their social media connections, pulling off pictures of them, blasting it on Facebook, that's harassment and bullying. And I can't say character assassination, but it could be if what she's saying isn't true. But a lot of the shit she's saying is true. It's just that, why do you want to go on this rampage now? I don't get it, sister. I don't get it. I don't know what's wrong with my girl. I don't know what's wrong with my girl. I don't know what to tell her. What y'all think I should tell her? I mean, because I consider her a friend. And I don't want to see her keep hurting herself in this manner. But, you know, I'm like, bitch, stop. You're making a fool of your fucking self. That's what I'm at. And I know, like I say, I know the type of person she is. She's not going to take that. I don't think she's going to hear anybody. I don't think she's going to hear anybody at this point. She's too far gone. She is, unfortunately, I imagine my girl sitting there with their wedding photos cut out. She got a mirage up on the wall. Not a mirage. What's the thing called? A thing up on the wall with all their pictures, and she got the girl face cut out and her face put there too. That's what I see. What the hell is that called? It's not a mirage. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That secret little thing that got the candles and shit lit, everything about him. That's the way she talking right now. That's what I'm seeing her in, that type of state of mind. Like, oh, poor baby girl. Poor baby girl. I don't know. I'm about to try to get this work day in, get it out the way, get it started. My writing has been suffering because of these freaking headaches, migraines. They beyond headaches, they migraines. And I was on a roll with some of my stories that I was getting into. Like I said, I want to get that regrets. I want to get that published by October. That's my goal for that. But I haven't been able to get back to it. I still have not watched Insecure. I just appreciate y'all not telling me about it. It will be watched today. I'm gonna get the Insecure video up today, along with this Travel and Talk Tuesday. Boy, I swear for goodness, there was something else that I wanted to address. I found out who broke into my house, y'all. I don't know, when I came on YouTube, did I tell y'all that my house had got broken into twice in 1 year? Got broken into around Mother's Day, and then later on that year it got broken into again, like 4 months later. And I found out who did it. You got to be careful about who you allow in your space. It's this guy who does a lot of handiwork around the house, and he does it for a real reasonable rate. He's a drug user, but he's never tried to, like, he does a good job. He fixes roofs. He haul stuff, cuts grass, cleans gutters. So I've been using him for a while now, right? There's another little guy used to come down and cut the grass all the time. 2 or 3 of them used to come around and cut the grass. The first 2, I knew that we knew that they would start breaking into people's house, so I stopped letting them come to my house when I found out they were responsible for breaking into other people's house in the neighborhood. And so I went with this other little guy, not knowing that they were all motherfucking associated. So when my house got broken into the first time, the people, it was an older couple down the street, I saw them at their house early in the fucking morning, and I was like, why the hell are they at their house at 3 o'clock in the morning? I'm thinking maybe something wrong, because it's a real old couple and people like to check on them. I said, but I'm gonna remember that they was at their house. I go to work. I was going to work, I was delivering newspapers at the time, so I was going to work like 2 in the morning. I would be back home by 5. Came back home and my house was broken into. They saw me leave, so they knew I was gone. My daughter was at home alone. Thank God she was unharmed, but she was pretty terrified. Then 4 months later, they did it again. Pretty much, they stole all her stuff. That's how I knew it was like some young teenage kids and shit. They stole all her shit. They stole the juice out the refrigerator. They dropped the shirt, but the St. Louis police are fuck-ups, and they decided not to investigate. They didn't want to come out and take press. They didn't want to do nothing. They was like, yeah, we know who did it. I mean, just, you know, but so many burglaries that, you know, yeah, whatever. Okay, so the second time it happened, they came back and I replaced some of the stuff they stole. The second time it happened, they came back and stole that stuff again, plus my daughter's textbooks for school. That's what they stole. And she was able to describe the person as a skinny, bald-headed dude, kind of tall. And like the person who has been identified, he ain't tall, but he fits the description. But for a child laying in the bed and seeing a man tower over her, you would say he was tall. So yeah. And the only reason why I got found out, because the guy who cuts the grass, I guess apparently they broke into the neighbor's house behind me, and they were out there getting high and drinking, and was bragging on the fact that the they had did this job. So when they was bragging on that, the guy whose house they just broke into, he called the police, and they found all his shit on their property. So one of the guys got locked up. And then so I was talking to him the other day about the roof work he's supposed to come back to finish for me, and my neighbor was like, you know, that's the one that broke in the house. I was like, ain't that some shit? Now I've been trying to figure out what the fuck to do. It's like, can't just call the police based off of that person's word, because we don't have no proof. And the way that I grew up, yeah, I'm gonna handle that shit myself. Pretty much is how it's gonna go down. May his God be with him. I ain't gonna do nothing bad, because I'm trying to walk a different life. Alright, let me get out here and go to work and get this done so I can get to my massage. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace. Thank you for coming back. Like, comment, share, subscribe.